92% fatal. You ain't gonna believe this.
Oh, that is one hell of a Bushmaster.
Fangs in your face. Subscribe now.
Hey, to start out, I gotta give a special thank you to one of our newest and youngest Venom Squad members, Aurora. Thank you so much, baby girl. This is the granddaughter of a very good, close friend of mine. He's not a friend, he's family. My brother Brian Boyce and his wife Trista, they sponsored the Rhino Viper. How outstanding is that? Aurora is snake crazy. Brian's been telling me how much she loves snakes and how she's constantly coming over and going, let's watch the Venom Squad guy, let's watch Venom Central. So Aurora, this is your Rhino Viper, baby, and we're gonna do a special treat for you. We're gonna feed this little gal today for you. And also, big thank you to my brother Diego. Diego sponsored this whole exhibit, the whole Rhino Viper exhibit. Diego, thank you so much, brother. But we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna feed this little monster for you. This is a special one for me. This is for our newest animal sponsor, Aurora. Baby girl, this is the animal that you sponsor to care for. This is a Rhino Viper. This is the Bitis nasicarinus, and we're gonna go ahead and feed her for you. Let's give her a little bit of vibration over there. And she's hard to see, she bends into the leaves, but we'll see them big pearly whites coming out here in a second. Oh, there it is! And that one's for you, Aurora. Thank you so much, baby girl, for sponsoring this Rhino Viper's care. And thank you, Grandpa Brian and Grandma Trista. I think I'm gonna feed a few more animals for you all today. And this beautiful exhibit was sponsored by my brother Diego. That's my brother from another mother. Diego's not just a sponsor for the exhibit, he is a friend. He is a very dear friend of mine. So what do you think, Aurora? I hope you like it, baby girl. Hey, you know what? While we're at it, we're just gonna jump right in and feed a few more snakes in this lane today and just have some fun. We're gonna feed a couple of the Bothrops and just let it fly. Okay, and this one is dedicated to my brother Brian Boyce. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Oh my God, that was cool. Oh, that snake came clear out of the exhibit. I couldn't even reach in for it. And this is a Bothrops mugeni. This is your Brazilian lance-headed viper. Brian, that's a fierce one, brother. Oh, look at that. That was awesome. I hope you like it, Brian. Okay, and for the last snake of the night, we're gonna feed Mama Urutu here. This is the Bothrops alternatus, and this one is for Trista, for Aurora's grandma. So, Trista, watch this big mama in action, babe. She is a fierce animal. Let's see if we can lure her out here. See, look at her. She's right there, like, just give me my mouse. She's got a plant in her way. Come on, big girl. Come on, here she comes. Here she comes. She's ready to let them fangs do the work. Oh! Oh boy, she lit that one up. Good job, little mama. Scared me a little bit. I jumped back a little bit. All right, girl, back it up. Back it up. Let's drop your mouse in there. We're gonna set that right there for you. Look at the damage already. Instant damage. And that is your Urutu, your Bothrops alternatus. What a beautiful animal. It's a big gravid female. She's getting ready to drop babies here in the next couple months. How was that for some fangs in your face action, right? And we just did these on the fly tonight. Man, this Mujeni that's on exhibit, she is quickly becoming a monster. She is just, she's wild. I mean, that snake came halfway out of the damn exhibit after me. Yeah, it's genetic. That's her mama that you see in all the fangs in your face videos with the Mujeni. That's this snake's mother. She was born here. Time to get down to some serious business, okay? With a 92% fatality rate with a bite. And that's with anti-venom treatment. The next animal going on exhibit today here at the Serpent Center, Austin Smith, it's Ares, the god of war, your black-headed Bushmaster. This just ain't a normal black-headed Bushmaster. This one is a monster. This one is 7.5 foot and 22 pounds. This is a big snake. This snake is confident at best. He is not fearful of anything. This snake is flat out dangerous. And we're gonna bust him out, but Austin Smith sponsors this whole beautiful exhibit for what Austin likes to call Ares, the god of war. It's fitting because every time I have to do something with this snake, it's a war. Because you don't play with this snake. He has zero tolerance. He doesn't take any kind of nonsense. This snake is dangerous. This is a big snake. This snake is every bit of 22 pounds. I weighed him tonight before we put him in the can. He's a big boy and he's a handful. He's really hard to lift because he's heavy, but he's also, I mean, this snake is spooky. He's just ornery, so he's really hard to handle on a hook. He's already buzzing his tail in there. And he is, okay. Okay, big boy, let's try this. Damn, this snake is a monster. This is the biggest damn Bushmaster I have ever laid my eyes on. Alright, let's see how he's gonna act doing this. Sometimes he's halfway decent, but most of the time this boy is just a pure knucklehead. And this might take a minute because this is a snake that you don't fool with. Alright, there we go. That's a good position. Come on, big dog. There you go, big boy. And you notice I'll keep this can in front of me, try to block my heat signature a little bit because he is a Scud missile. There we go. Alright, big dog. Oh, no. See that right there? He is locked on me. That's why I keep that can there. Do that.
Oh, that is one hell of a Bushmaster. Look at that thing.
Let's just get him in there and not take too many liberties with him. Once we get him in his exhibit, we can come down and take a better look at him. Because this is an animal that you do not fool with. This animal will kill you. There's no two ways about it. And he looks fantastic in there. Nice big monster exhibit for him, for a nice big monster snake. From a keeper standpoint, from a serpentarium owner, doing what I've been doing for 40 years, you know, everybody's got their own idea of what is the most dangerous, the most deadliest snake. And I'm gonna tell you, with 40 years experience under my belt, that snake is probably one of the most dangerous snakes I've ever had to interact with. It's not about what kills more people or what causes more fatalities. It's about what snake has the tools to get the job done quickly and can do it faster and is more apt to do it than any other snake. That snake, the black-headed Bushmaster, any of your solenoglottis snakes, and now that's your front fanged snakes, front retractable fangs, any of your solenoglottis, any of your vipers, your true vipers or your pit vipers, that's got them retractable fangs, and they have heat sentry pits, and they're fast, and they're highly agitated very easily. That makes that snake a little more dangerous than the other ones. They have more weapons in their arsenal, and it makes it a little more dangerous to interact with that snake. You know, your lapids, your cobras, your mambas, all that stuff, they're protoglottis snakes. They have small fixed front fangs. Then you got your opisthioglottis snakes, which are, you know, the snakes that have rear fangs, like, and they have to bite you and kind of chew a little bit. And whereas a king cobra, and let me tell you, I've owned dozens of them. I've had 15 footers. You can throw them around like puppies. You know, cobras are notoriously clumsy. They miss a lot. A Bushmaster rarely, if ever, misses. When it locks in to a heat source, that's what it's going for, and it's going to keep coming until it hits its mark. Some of them are more or less laid back, chill, like our big Muda. You know, he's a puppy. Then on the flip side of that, like your fer-de-lance, that's another species that is so dangerous to interact with. We have several species of Bushmaster here at the Serpent Center. The Melanosophila is definitely one of the rarest of all of the venomous snakes in the world. They're so secretive. I mean, they're rarely seen in the wild. Most zoos, other institutions, they have a hard time even keeping this snake alive. And you know, there's a few of us. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How awesome is that? Oh, he just did an awesome fang stretch. And this is an important animal. You know, the Melanosophila, the black-headed Bushmaster, is probably the rarest of the bunch when it comes to the Lachesis. They are so secretive that they are very rarely seen in the wild. Endemic to Costa Rica, these guys are probably the most prevalent on the Osa Peninsula. Very fascinating animal. I mean, the venom is just remarkable. There's so much we don't know about the venom of the Lachesis yet. It does so many different things. It has so many different properties. You know, most bites are fatal, and that's even with anti-venom treatment. I mean, we keep a large supply of Lachesis anti-venom here at the Serpent Center, but it's never a guarantee that you will survive a Lachesis bite. You know, you may survive a monocle cobra bite, but you've got a 92% chance of a fatal bite from a Lachesis, from a Bushmaster. So, handling these animals with respect and care is paramount. I mean, you really have to be careful with them. I was corresponding with somebody in Brazil, and they treat snake bites. And she told me, she says, my last 4 patients from Lachesis bites perished. She goes, and we identified very quickly. They arrived at our facility very quickly, still could not take the bite. You got to take it seriously. You really do, because you don't get a close call or a second chance with a Bushmaster. You just don't. You make one mistake, or that snake is off that day, and he don't feel like taking your nonsense, you're done. And if you ain't got your own anti-venom, you're really done. And if you don't keep anti-venom, that's foolish. That is flat out just foolish. If you're keeping Lachesis in a private collection and you don't have your own private stock of anti-venom for that animal, you are a fool. That is just foolish. He is a beast. What a methodical animal. He is definitely not an animal to fool with. But Austin Smith, thank you so much, brother, for sponsoring his exhibit and his care. It's really appreciated. It's really needed. I mean, we're going to do a lot of fascinating things with this Bushmaster. We're studying the blackheads now pretty steady, and we've got a lot of work to do. It took him a few minutes to get comfortable, and he's using exactly the spaces I thought he would use. After about 15 minutes in here of exploring his exhibit, he's already tucked up and went under this stump, and he's curled up in there, and he's nice and content. And that's the whole idea, is to have a nice hiding spot for him, but he can still be viewed, where we can still see him, so we can exhibit him. And this is probably one of my most favorite exhibits so far. I worked hard on this one. Maybe in the next video, we'll do a fangs in your face feeding with this big monster. Come to the Serpent Center when we open and see this firsthand, and come get an educational experience. Hit the email for monthly animal sponsorship or an exhibit sponsorship. Hey, so if you're new to the channel, hit that V logo and subscribe now. Check us out here at Venom Central and the Serpent Center coming soon. This is Willie from Venom Central. We're checking out. Later.